Hi, this is Dr. Dawn Buick at Triskalia Wellness, and it is my pleasure to bring you basic hip openers today. Hip openers are a series of movements that will help create more space in your hips, which will help you with low back pain and any kind of radiating pain that might be going to your hips or even into your legs. So the hip has 6 ranges of motion, and so we're going to try to hit all 6 of those ranges of motion with this short series. It should probably take only about 10 to 15 minutes a day, and this is just a really good way to create more space and help you feel better, maybe sleep better. So here we go. We're going to start with hamstring stretches, but what you need when you're going to be doing this kind of stretch is like a yoga mat or a thick towel or something like that to help cushion your butt. And then I have a towel here. Not everybody has a strap at home, and not everybody has a yoga mat, but thick towel and maybe a smaller towel or a belt are all good accessories to help you with this, because at this stage we may not have the flexibility yet to do everything that we want to do. So for the hamstring, what we're going to do is we're going to come sideways here on our mat, and I'm going to bring my legs out in front of me. Now right here, what you want to do is you want to grab your tush and bring your sit bones back so you're sitting up more evenly on your sit bones. And then you can bring one leg in wherever is comfortable for you. Maybe your leg doesn't go there, but that's okay. And if your hamstrings are exceptionally tight, I wouldn't suggest going forward like this so much, reaching forward. That's going to strain your back, and especially you don't want to flat floored like this where it's not coming through your pelvis. You want to have a straight back and then come forward. So instead I would suggest bring your hands out behind you, putting your fingers behind your back. Now with a straight spine, head in line with your neck in line with your spine, you're going to push yourself forward. When you're just beginning your hamstring stretches, this is an easier way to kind of come down into your leg. Another thing you can do with that, if you feel like you're not getting enough there, or if you want to go forward now and you're getting a little bit more space, is you can grab a towel. Again, you want a nice straight back. You always want to grow your posture. Flex your foot, because again, that's going to be a better stretch. And now with a straight back, you're going to come forward, and see how I'm pivoting right here in my hip? It's not your back, it's your hip. See how they're two totally different motions? And so again, you're just going to come forward and breathe. If you have tight spaces in your leg, what you want to do is breathe into it. So you're going to take a deep breath in and breathe out. And maybe go just a little bit further. Now my goal for you here would to go for about 30 seconds, okay, to begin with. And eventually you may be able to hold your leg or even touch your foot. Again, though, the goal is to keep a straight back and you're pivoting at your hip. But any time you feel like you're having to reach forward or pull, or it feels like you're torquing and you're going too far and you're not really being effective, the second you get out of proper form, you're actually not hitting your target muscle, and so it's kind of a wasted stretch. There's really not a point anyway. And some days you're tighter than others, and in fact, during different times of the days you're tighter than others. So first thing in the morning is when you're going to be the most tight. So just go mindfully there, whereas at the end of the day, you're generally more loose. So at that time, you could probably go farther. So it's just when you do it, that particular day, what's been going on with you, but just always respecting your body and only going to your limit. If anytime you ever have sharp pain, or you start to get radiating pain or anything like that, you want to back off, or maybe the stretch just isn't for you. All right. So of course, in all of these stretches I'm going to demonstrate, you always want to do both sides. So again, you're going to kind of grab your tush, bring yourself back in your sit bone, grow your posture, and we'll go forward, grabbing our towel, nice straight back, pivoting over the hip. All right, very good. So that is our hamstrings. So now we're going to kind of work through the glutes and some of our abductors here, our IT band. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring ourselves down onto our back. And down here, the first thing you do is you're going to see my back is kind of arching off the floor here. Again, you want to grab your tush, set your back onto the floor, and then extend your legs down. Now from here, what I'm going to have you do is keep your feet active and engaged and pointing forward. You're going to bring your knee up towards the same side armpit And again, you'll see that my feet are engaged, and what I'm doing on this leg is I'm pushing this leg down into the floor. This is a good 2-for-1 stretch. On my right side here, I'm stretching my glute. And on the left side here, I'm stretching my psoas. Now, if you have knee problems and it hurts to hold your knee like this, that's okay. Maybe just grab your thigh here. Or, again, if you need your towel, always, if you feel like you can't get far enough, you could always have your towel and going like this. Don't be afraid to modify. You don't have to look exactly like me. Okay? And so from here, we're going to relax our legs. So imagine we were here. We're going to relax, bring the arm off to the side, and now bring the leg across the body. And you can pull it up towards the opposite armpit if you want, or just go straight across. You're going to feel a pull from here down to your hip. And this is just a beginning opening stretch for the IT band. All right, and then we're going to come back to middle. All right, again, we always want to do the other side. So we're going to bring this one up now. Feet are engaged and active. We're pushing my right leg down to the floor. And again, modifying this as you need to. We're going to hold that to a count of 30 and then relax it and bring it off to the side. Getting that IT band stretch down the other side and a little bit of piriformis. Your piriformis is your rotator, and we're going to get to that here in our next stretch. And the piriformis is sometimes held responsible for sciatica. So that's why this series is so helpful for low back and leg pain. The sciatic nerve, and again, you're going to grab your tush and you're going to set your back flat on the floor, forms up out of 5 nerve roots out of your low back, and then it runs down your butt and into your leg, straight down the back of your thigh. But on the way down, though, it has to run through this triangular muscle called your piriformis. So if your piriformis is tight or inflamed, it can irritate that nerve, and then we have sciatica. So that's why this stretch is so important. So what you're going to do is, as you're seeing here, you're going to put your knees at 90 degrees, and then you're going to bring your leg up, and as best you can. Sometimes you won't be able to quite get your leg there, but if possible, you want to take this part of your ankle and cross it over your leg. And then your goal is to try to bring this knee, this leg here, to 90 degrees. Okay? Now that in and of itself may be enough for you. I'm going to grab my towel again. So the next part of the stretch is you're going to bring your towel through and thread it on this left leg here, the one that's going to come towards you. You see both my feet are active and engaged, and now I'm going to bring that leg towards me. Now maybe even getting it like this might be far enough and you feel a really good stretch through here. You basically want to go through until you feel that perfect little stretchy ache going right through your butt there. And again, you're going to hold this for 30 seconds. And then you're going to let yourself back out of it. Carefully and slowly uncrossing your leg. We're not going to come out of it too quickly. And now we're going to go to the other side. Both legs starting at 90 degrees. We're bringing the leg up, cross over, so you're above your ankle there. You can push up, grab your towel, whatever you'd like to do. And again, bring your legs up 90 and 90. See, this leg is at 90. This leg is at 90 here. So we're creating what they call this the figure 4 stretch. Okay? Very good. And now sometimes at this point, I like to just kind of hug my knees to my chest and do little circles in the floor. And that gives a little massage to the back after you've put a little bit of stress through it. And you could do 5 circles each direction. All right, excellent. Now from here, you can roll up or help yourself up. Let me show you how to help yourself up. So let's say you were on your side, on your back here. You're going to roll yourself over to your side. And from here, you're going to use this hand to push yourself up, use your elbow, and bring yourself up to sitting. So you can either roll up like I originally did, or you can help yourself up like this. Okay. So from here, we're going to do a pose called butterfly. Now, there's a couple different ways to do this one, but I like butterfly better because I think it's a gentler hip opener. And a lot of times people do it, a little bit too tight or force it. So what you want is you want a nice straight back, and you're going to bring your feet together so your heels are about 18 inches from your groin, so about 1.5 feet away. And with a nice straight back, you know, your knees might be up here, that's okay. You're going to have a straight back and you're going to come forward and you're going to feel the rotation through your hips. And so it's not like this, because that doesn't really stretch as much. Straight back, coming forward. Looking straight ahead, relax your neck. Now if you feel like you're exceptionally tight, you can put your elbows into your legs a little bit and push down a little bit. But again, we're not going for sharp forcing type motions. This is just a little bit deeper. Maybe as you exhale and you're releasing, you push down a little bit deeper. And the goal for this is maybe you can bring your hands to your feet. And you're just going to keep slowly going forward. Now, I personally like to hold this one for a little bit, but this one might not be very comfortable for you. So again, I'm seeing 30 seconds with all of these to start, and then work your way up. A lot of them I would probably hold for a good minute, and this one I'd like to hold for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. So it's whatever's comfortable for you. Now, if you're going to hold it a little bit longer, what you want to do is you want to support your head, so you can kind of support your head like this. You can put your fists together. You can eventually go down and just rest your head on your feet, and just relax your arms. Whatever feels comfortable for you for where you're at in your level of flexibility there. All right, so the next stretch I'd like to go over with you is your hip flexor called your Soaz, and it also gets a little bit of your quad. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come to what they call in yoga a tabletop position. And so as I'm here, I'm going to bring my leg up. Now another good purpose for our towel is we're going to put it under our knee. So actually, I'm going to bring my leg back, and I'm like, ooh, wow, that knee hurts more than I thought it did. I'm going to put my towel right here underneath this back knee. I'm going to bring my leg forward again, and you may have to help it up there. It may not just go by itself, so you may need to actually grab it and bring it up. And you want your knee to ankle to be at 90 degrees. So you're not going forward like this, because that's going to put your knee in danger, okay? So we want everything to be safe. So we're going to have our knee and ankle at 90 degrees. And this alone, you might want to grab some blocks or soup cans, and maybe coming forward like this is enough for you. So you want your back to be straight, and relaxing through the back leg. And now we're going to come up to our knee, if you can. And this is a good place to stay right here, or if you have blocks. Blocks or soup cans would be perfect right here. And then we're just going to hold that. And if you can, you're going to sit up a little bit more, and you're going to bring your arms back. And you're just going to hold that for 30 seconds. You're going to feel a good stretch on this inside leg. So let me show you again. We're going to come out of it. Counter if you want. You can stretch over that leg, kind of bring your arms forward, relax yourself down. We're going to get the opposing muscle, the hamstring. All right, so let's go ahead and bring that leg back. And we're going to demonstrate the other side now. So we're going to put our towel down. We're going to put our knee on that. We're going to bring our other leg forward. And let me get myself a little bit more centered here. There we go, more like that. And bring our leg forward. We're going to make sure our knees are safe. So we're going to make sure this knee is going to be at 90 degrees to our ankle. And we're going to just start here. And then if you can, bring yourself up and just hold that and settle into it. Just kind of let your weight settle, and then you'll see that I get a little bit more stretch in that back leg. The back foot is flat to the floor. This knee and ankle are at 90 degrees. My back is straight, there's no twisting. I'm not coming like this, that's too much. I'm in line with my leg as I come up. And then, if you want, you can extend through that hip and bring your arms back. We're going to push back through that front leg, fold over it if you would like. Good. Now there's the last couple poses I'd like to demonstrate. These are optional, but they feel good, and they do help relax things. So, the first one I'd like to demonstrate is called Child's Pose. So what you do is you're at your tabletop position here. You're going to bring your big toes together, and from here you're going to push back and bring your butt towards your heels. If you can, your goal is to touch your forehead right about here to your mat. And you bring your arms out in front of you. And you feel a gentle stretch throughout your entire spine and through your pelvis. That's a good resting pose, and it also helps stretch all throughout your back. And the final pose that most of my students have very much enjoyed over time is what's called happy baby, because who doesn't want to go back to being a happy baby, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to come down to the floor, and again, lift your tush, put your back flat on the floor. You can start here by hugging your knees to your chest, which is also a great back stretch. And then what you're going to do is, if you can, grab your feet and bring them up like this. And so then what you can do is you can rock. It's a nice massage for your back. And when we were babies, this was all easy. We all moved and it was, we're like little plastic Gumbies. But now, maybe not so much. The next evolution of this is to grab your legs, and now maybe you do it straight leg. That's a little bit more advanced, but sometimes it's not your hamstrings that are tight, it's something else. And then bring them back in. Maybe hug your knees to your chest. And then we'll sit up. All right, well, I really hope you enjoyed that hip opener series. As you can see, if I weren't talking so much, that would actually go pretty fast. I hope that helps you, and I hope you can look forward to more videos coming out in the future that'll be a little bit more challenging as you can start to incorporate these in your routine and are looking for a little bit more. This is Dr. Dawn Buick from Triskaelian Wellness, and I hope you're having a great day.